Hi, and welcome back to Emma's Universe here on YouTube. And I'm doing the series actually to bring tools and help people to have a little bit more clarity because meditation is a great thing to do, but there is other tools we can utilize on our daily life to stay more centered when we are being faced by pressure, challenges, unexpected change of events in our life that will basically or could throw your life upside down. Number four for tools is stay present. So that's, I think, one, and I'm talking again per, I'm laughing, per experience, is stay present. We have, and I have done that in the past to project ourselves in the future. Not even being present. We already are running. It's like our body is here, but our spirit is like running up front in the future where at the end of the day, if you're not present to make the right changes, you're never gonna have your any future or any changes because whatever you have in front of you, you have to deal with it no matter what. And that you can delay it as much as you want, but you're gonna have to face it sooner or later. So again, it's easy to get caught up and might happen, and what might happen in the future. Again, we have a tendency to project ourselves in the future on what has happened in the past. So I'm talking projection in the future, and then we'll go back in the past in a minute. However, staying in the present and focusing on the here and now can help us to make more rational decisions and movement forward, because if we do not make a rational decision to the next step, how can we move forward? We're stagnant, and the stagnation will stay until we are present. Now there is some stagnation because the universe is not done yet to bring what we need in our lives, that we're going to be stagnant for a while, or what I call it in pause or on hold, like a puppet. You're in the air and you cannot move. You're moving, but nothing is moving. I'm talking more of when we're not present within our own self, right here, right now. What exists is the right here and right now. The future is too far. The past, now let's talk about the past. Living in the past will never make you move forward. Living in a past or in your past makes you your own prisoner. You are creating that jail, that golden jail, where the past is the past. There is nothing you can do to change your past. You can change your past when you're in the present and change the direction where you want to go. It's being present. Whatever happened is what you did, and I always say that I did what I did with what I knew at the time I did it. So look back in the past and say, well, I should have not gone with that person in the past because this. I should have had done better. I did not saw the signs. You did what you did at the time you did it, and that was your free will. But you saw those signs, you did nothing, and you learn your lessons. This is part of life. So staying focused or look back in the past, living in the past, is basically you punishing yourself to stay stagnant. So that's something we need to be honest. And I think one of them should have said honesty, being authentic and true to ourselves. One of the hardest things to do is not lying to everybody else's, because what we call it a little white lie doesn't hurt. Yes, it does. But the worst part is when you lie to yourself. And you have to be honest with yourself. And it's hard. There is days it's like, holy crap, you put your nose in your own doo-doo and say, well, it is what it is. But let's be honest and see what has transpired. That, I think, is the hardest part to do for most people, because it's not easy to see the truth or the situation we're in. Remember, our brain will try to help us by protecting us or instinct will be to do not acknowledge or to ignore it. Sometimes when, example, if you're going out with somebody who has narcissistic tendency and doesn't treat you very well during the process, they put you on a pedestal, they just love you, and then next time they're going to blame you, they're going to treat you poorly, and you go through the cycle over and over and over again. But you only keep the good memories that, yes, he treated me like a queen. Yes, for 5 minutes. But the rest of the time, 95% of the time, you were not treated very well. But you want to ignore it. You can't. Be honest with yourself. And staying present is really assessing where you are. It's focusing on, okay, I'm in the present. I can focus on the here and now. And what can I do to make more rational decision? I don't want to be on a flight or fight mode again, but I want to make the right decision. So living in the past, nothing's going to happen except you being in a cage and not moving forward and the past is the past. There's nothing you can do. I like the good old days actually because it's fun to go back to the good old days and say, holy crap, the difference between where we are now and what we were doing when we were younger. That's fun. Do I want to live in the past? Oh, absolutely not. I'm done with that. I'm done. I close the door. I'm done. Those are memories that maybe one day I will write a book about it because, good lordy. But I'm not living in the past. I'm not living in that fantasy world where I'm reliving the past and if I modify, blah, blah, blah. No, there's nothing to modify. What I can do is, in order for me to change the path I'm on, is to be right here, right now, and make the right choices. Now, mindfulness techniques such as meditation, this is why I'm doing those meditation and I release them, or simply paying attention to your current actions can be very beneficial. It's like doing the same thing all over again and expecting a different result. Not gonna happen. That was, I was trying to say Dr. Joseph Murphy, but it wasn't him. It was Dr. Dyer, who I remember was telling the story when in the street of there was a puddle and the person fell onto the puddle the first time, tried to avoid it the second time. It took her 5 or 6 attempts, and on the 6th attempt, just changed the street. You change your story, you change your course of where you are when you change your habits. So that's why mindful technique, meditation, yoga, you can even do work, run, walk, do whatever you want that grounds you. But change the way you do things. Things are not going to change if you don't change the way you do things. And that, to me, is one of the biggest tools you can ever have in your life. So, if you have any difficulties, let's say I'm looking for abundances, I'm looking for love, or I want to remove blocks, or I want to let go of, check out on my YouTube channel. There is stuff that you can meditate for, I would say about, do it for 20 to 21 days. Those are short, 15, 17 minutes. You can listen to it, not when you're driving, but in the morning before you go to bed. Listen to it just to give you something new. Change your thoughts, change your mind. Read some mindful books. I love Dr. Dyer, Wayne Dyer, Dr. Joseph Murphy. You can read, I forgot the others. I'm having a senile moment. Kidding. A little blank here, but a novel, Goddard novel. You have others that have books then you can read. If you don't want to read it, you can have it in the audiobooks version as well. So just start to change the way you do things. Like in the morning, instead of watching the news, just turn on your favorite music and just have fun. But that will help you. So stay present. Don't project yourself neither in the past, reliving the past that is gone, or projecting in your future. Because if you project in your future, you're not going anywhere. You still have to deal with everything you need to deal with. Talk to you later. Bye.